Hi lovelies, this is Sheree from Divine Visions. I'm bringing you a reading today just based on the challenges that may have arisen between yourself and a close loved one of yours. This could be a family member, this could be a friend, or it could be a soulmate or twin flame. So we're just going to look at the current challenges that are occurring within this connection and get some higher guidance from the angels or the higher realms here as well, and suss out what might need to be surrendered in this position, you know, in this connection right now. We're going to be first up using the Heal Yourself reading cards. I just love these cards. We're going to be looking at what the main theme is within the current connection. Okay, what could be the main challenge or issue right now? This might be within the other person's energy. We're mostly going to be focusing on their energy today, but definitely looking at the relationship as a whole and what's going on. Now, I'm getting May in my mind just before I start. I'm getting the month of May, so I'm wondering if some of you have undergone some significant changes or challenges or even a separation of some sort to do with May. Now, if you haven't, that's okay. This reading can still apply to you, but there's just a special message coming up for those that have had a separation or challenge or something happen, like a significant change in their connection in May this year. So we're looking at help from above. This is just damn beautiful. She's playing this harp. She's got the full moon behind her. She's in the waves. The water is not calm. So it does look like this, this person is definitely undergoing some huge challenges at being able to be emotionally balanced, perhaps being able to let go of the past, being able to let go of something, to find the harmony within their life right now, within this connection. We want to get another card on this, what the help is required for. Say what you mean. There is an issue with integrity, okay? I feel like some words have been misconstrued, but somebody is very passive as well and has been in the past. So this person may need some help, or you both might need help in this connection from a higher power to come in and help clear the energy, to clear the air, to communicate, to know how to communicate with one another, because it just seems like that is the issue right here, is the communication. Someone is not necessarily coming forward and speaking their truth. And it's interesting because I saw before, it's to do with a past issue in their life. It could be something that they're harboring. It could be some resentments, old resentments that they're holding on to. It could be this. You might resonate with this as being you that's doing this as well. But definitely feeling that in the connection, somebody's not stepping forward and saying what they are honestly feeling. And it may not necessarily be bad. It might be that some of them are not expressing their true feelings because they don't want to hurt your feelings, or they're just not able to. They don't know how to. They're not ready to come forward yet and are on the defense. So there's help being required from above to help with, saying what you mean, holding that integrity within. So let's have a look at what the challenges are. The challenges around this, okay? So that's the main theme. That is a main challenge, the main issue. Somebody is very stubborn in the connection, I feel, as well. They're very, very stubborn. And they're not, like, it feels like when you approach this person to resolve the issue, or if you're unhappy about it and you go to approach them, they straight away go on the defense, or they back off, like, really fast. It's like, wait on, hold on. I need to speak about this with you, and we need to sit down like adults and, yeah. Wow, the heart chakra. So this person really means a lot to you. There's definitely a strong love underneath everything that's going on. All right, let's have a look. Moving on. Clarity. It's mental clarity. It's mental clarity after the storm. And it feels to me that perhaps one of you is feeling like you need to move on. It might be yourself needing to move on from if it's a toxic situation or if it feels karmic to you. If there's just so much stuff that's, you know, too much water under the bridge, so to speak. So if it feels that this person just can't be approached, it's just not going to happen. They just don't see what needs to be done or changed or improved in any way. This is where a lot of you are feeling like, you know what, I'm just going to make up my mind and move on and just seek some clarity. Like, it's like you have sought the clarity. You've actually claimed that clarity now. You have seen things. And we all have flaws. I believe that a lot of you have seen your own flaws, but you're also seeing the flaws of the other person, and that they, you know, you're not holding that against them as such, but they're not willing at the moment or unable to, for whatever reason, handle this on their own. They're not able to face something within themselves, like those dark shadows. And this is why this relationship requires help from above. It's like divine intervention coming in to clear the air, to say what you mean. Like, this person won't budge with this. It could be that they've ghosted you. It could be like that it's caused you to go through like a dark night of the soul, where you just have been in so much mental torture and anguish. And now you've just got the clarity and feeling it in your heart chakra that as much as you love this person, you've got no choice but to move on. Wow, sadness, you know, here, there's sadness. It's a heavy energy. It's a heavy energy you're carrying. And the other person is as well. It's almost like this energy that won't budge. It's not, it's just there in between you. It's just there. It's like a blanket of energy. It's not being shifted right now. And this is why I feel like you need to, for your own health, everything, realize you can't butt heads with this person anymore. It's time to change your focus now. Yeah, look at this, foundation and achievements. This is a beautiful card. Now, if we're talking about twin flames here, if you're thinking about your twin flame connection or even your soulmate connection, it's about this happy ever after. It's the relationship, it's the celebration, it's the marriage, it's the home together, it's the foundations. It's happiness, but happy relationships in general too. This can be family. It's not just to do with love, like romance. This can be happy family. This can be, as I said, having that happy ever after, having that strong foundation that you can build your life very strong. And it feels to me that this is what you've always wanted, is to have this happy relationship with this person, a firm foundation with this person. And obviously for it to be successful, but it has to be two people working together to achieve this. And that's what I feel like you're now realizing, that you can't change anyone else to be how you need them to be. You know, at the end of the day, if you want this happiness and this firm foundation, you might just have to seek it somewhere else on your own. Like, go off on your own and seek it somewhere else at this stage. Because that's what it feels like you're going through. Now, we've got this reversed, accelerated motion. Yeah, but the Eight of Wands is usually a very, it's a fast energy. Things happen very fast, accelerated motion. But being reversed, I feel like it's like you're pulling on the reins, like you don't really want to let this go. You feel like Even, if this is, especially if it's a family member, it's really hard to just move away from a family member, especially if you're living with them, or a spouse or anything like that. Some of you might actually be thinking of moving out of a home, moving out of a relationship. You might actually be currently in one where you do share the same roof. And it's like, well, it's going to take some time to make these moves, to make these literal physical moves as well. It's not just an emotional move, it's also physical. So it can take time. There can be delays in this action. Yeah, because some of you don't have all the knowledge yet. You don't have all the higher wisdom. And this is why the help from above cards come in, because you're also needing help with this. You need help to know what to do, to heal, to reach resolution with this person. Is it going to ever reach resolution? And at this moment, I don't feel like you really think that it is, because this other person just won't budge. They're not opening up to you. Yeah, you're seeking the truth of what this is all about, what else is in store for you in life. This is the Judgment card. It's about how people perceive us, how we are judged in life. It's the karmic rewards, or it can be rewards, or it can be other things that come at us through karma. It's the law of cause and effect. And so you're seeking the truth. You want to know what the truth is regarding this connection, perhaps. Why are these lessons coming up? Why the hell is this happening with this person? Why does it keep repeating? With even the same person. Why? And look at this. This is so sad. This is the heartache and loss at not being able to find this truth, of like screaming in your mind at the other person to open their damn mind to see. Why can't you see what you need to do? I can hear a lot of you saying this in your minds towards the other person. It's just in your mind so damn simple. But in their reality, it's not simple. It's not simple. They, for whatever reason, this person I'm tuning into, or these persons, have a very hard time facing their own things. As I said, their own flaws or their own shortcomings or whatever it might be. They're finding it extremely hard to look within. They feel under attack when you're not meaning to be that way, but it can come out obviously as anger and frustration, because this person's not budging. They're so stubborn. There's such a stubbornness to this, and it's causing this heartache and loss, because with this card, it's to do with the mental side of things as well. Like this person, both of you are really being affected. It's doing damage to the mind almost. It's like mind games. It's like you just can't heal because it goes around and around in your minds. And somebody's holding on to this seething anger. It's like right down underneath everything. It's just boiling. It's almost like if you are to think about it and something triggers that up, triggers that feeling about this person, then it brings up all this stuff in your mind. And you can often think or stew over things and wonder about things that may not be possibly happening. It's an insecurity coming up right there. About this person's motives. What are they doing in their life? What are they doing behind the scenes? Are they talking about you behind your back? Are they being loyal? There's all sorts of shit coming up with this. Yeah, because we got the Destiny card reversed. It's not the destiny it was meant to be in your eyes. You're meant to get along with this person. There's meant to be compassion in this. There's meant to be growth and learning for both, And it feels to me that you're quite, or you were, or felt disillusioned because, initially there's not all these challenges. Initially there's love and there's closeness and there's a bond. And then some shit happens and then the egos get involved or whatever, and you're both triggering one another, and this distance and separation and challenges arise or whatever it is, and then there's this heartache. But through this, there is spiritual strength, which is just really awesome, because that help from above is coming in. And you might even be praying. You might be literally praying to whoever it is that you believe in the higher powers, to come in and show the way, give you the advice, the knowledge, the spiritual strength that you need to either move on even, you know. Sometimes you do need this just to let go, just to know how to let go. This person on their side of it might be closed off to this right now. They are closed off to you. They might not necessarily be willing to accept the help, but it does look like it's trying to come in and help them. It's what our spirit guides even do. So what do they need to surrender right now? Excuse me. What do they need to surrender? Wow, they just flew out different in a weird way. Okay, let's have a look. There's 3 of them. Well, they need to surrender to non-action, because if they do act at the moment, it's going to be lashing out. That's what I feel. So now is the time to be still and not act. Simply breathe and focus on your own power. Let others come to you. Now, that is something that they do as well. They do, well, they haven't put much effort into this. It doesn't feel like they're trying to resolve things at the moment. And both of you could be doing this as well. You both might be saying, no, I'm not going there until they apologize first, and vice versa. You know, but this person's got to surrender to perhaps not, you know, they've got to not lash out. They've got to not become so defensive or so stubborn. They've got to allow themselves to be still so they can receive that divine intervention as well, that inner wisdom that's coming or trying to come in. So surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. This person's living in poverty mentality. They are not rich in their life. They don't feel that things are good coming into their life. They're miserable. They might be negatively thinking all the time. They just aren't in a good place within themselves. They have a lack of self-esteem going on. Well, look at this. They're comparing themselves with other people around them. So surrender comparisons with other people. They might be comparing themselves to you at the moment and being quite envious of what's going on in your life and how you're able to maintain your own integrity and your own healing and whatever. So keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. This person feels powerless. They don't have the answers, so they don't know how else to react to this right now with you. Let's have a look at what you need to surrender. Surrender your addictions, okay? Some of you might be in your sadness, your heartache and loss, might be delving into your addictions, okay? So whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. Some of you might be really hiding away as a form of, you know, like you're escaping into this. It's a form of trying to mask the pain. And what else? Surrender the drama. Remember we said before that it's going around and around in your mind. You might be stewing on things that aren't happening. So surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly, which I think is just really awesome, because it's so easy when someone's, you know, lashing out or saying something that we just know isn't true, or it was really like pushing that button to retaliate or to react in some way. I feel like you guys are really strong in your integrity, and there is this feeling of, even some of you might not have even said what you really mean either. Some of you might not necessarily know how to come right out and say it to the other person just yet. You might be holding back on information that you want to share with this person until they do first, kind of thing. So let's have a look at what the guardian angels want you to perhaps do? What guidance are we going to be told right now? For yourself and the other person. Okay. All right, let's have a look at what this is for the other person to start with, okay? Yeah. Happy change. They need to be able to look into the future. Look at this. Your angels have heard your prayers and have banded together to create real and joyful changes in your life. Events begin to move forward and great progress will now be possible. You may need to make some rapid decisions due to the suddenness of activity. Be confident and trust the guidance you receive. There is definitely divine intervention coming into this person's life, I believe. We've got the help from above card. I definitely feel that this person needs this outside help, okay, to be able to make this change. Something's going to happen, I feel, in their life. Could be that they suddenly, like literally, they could wake up from a dream, or they could just wake up one day and think, you know what, I need to change something with this. I'm sick of this drama-filled, chaotic, stubborn nature this is all about. You know, I'm sick of being in this energy. I want to change this. Maybe they feel that you're moving on and they think, wow, I don't really want to lose this person in my life. I really want to resolve this. They don't feel good about it, put it that way. They might come across as really arrogant, defensive, closed off, whatever it might be, but they're not happy. They're not happy where they are. So deep down, I feel like they have also been praying for some change in this as well, a happy change. What about yourself? So we've got Ace of Abundance. This is beautiful. This cherub brings wonderful news. A windfall of resources comes your way to help you with your plans. These resources may involve money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's a good time to start a new venture, change careers, or go into business for yourself. These may be important contracts to sign. So this is really saying that there's a fresh path available to you, that you don't have to hold on to this and it doesn't have to hold your whole life back. You can embrace your own abundance in life. There's a golden opportunity for you to move forward into a path that you can accelerate forward on. You know, it says here, might be money, advice, or assistance in getting things done. It's just a fresh start. Like, it's just a beginning. It might be a small step forward, but it's something. And so you're being guided to, you know, take that new job or take that new offer or take that advice. You know, it's something very small that can be very beneficial to your growth and your learning and a way forward. It's just really awesome. So for the both of you, for the whole relationship, what's the advice? Wow, look at this. 6 of emotion. Memories can fill your heart with many emotions. This is the nostalgia. It's important to remember your past accurately without seeing it as better or worse than it was. People you used to know may return to your life unexpectedly. Children could be an important issue, or you may need to reconnect with your own inner child. Both of you have got childhood wounds. There's a lot of stuff that hasn't been healed. And if you really look at it from an outside perspective, looking in, from that higher perspective, you could probably see that both of you have been, you know, fighting like siblings or like children, you know. And that can happen sometimes where people will revert back to that child, like fighting and arguing and all that kind of thing. But on another note as well, it's showing me that, as I said before, there's something from this person's past that they're perhaps not healing from. And this also represents this as well, that there's a lot of stuff from the past, childhood memories, childhood experiences, that has been brought through into this relationship. And I'm not saying you don't have your own stuff, because we all do. I'm yet to meet one person in my life who has actually healed everything, who's never had a trigger or an insecurity about anything. So this is for both of you, but I definitely feel this person's carrying some heavy stuff. And it's just showing that, you know, this person and yourself, this whole relationship needs to be nurtured. Also, the inner child within both of you needs to be nurtured. And sometimes having that viewpoint and seeing that this person is actually suffering can help us in some way to show a bit more compassion towards them as well. And I know a lot of you might not want to hear that. You know, some of you might be still in that really tough kind of anger kind of energy. But, you know, one day you will see. Now let's have a look. I just want to see what these cards are here. What are we looking at moving forward? You are always in my heart. So no matter what's going on with this person, you are always in their heart. They really do care. They really do love you. If they did not care, they would not even be angry at you. You know, if someone's angry at you, they care. If they're indifferent and don't give a shit, then they just cut you off and get on with their life. They just don't have a thought about it. But if they're caring and they're not opening up even, I don't know, it sounds contradictory, but if they're doing that and they're lashing out and they're holding on to something that's against you or between the two of you here, it's not resolved, and they keep holding you at things, it's not a nice energy, but it does show that there's somewhere deep within that they do care. And I don't feel this person hates you. I feel like at times we can sometimes love-hate somebody, but I don't feel it's necessarily like real hatred. I don't feel that between the two of you. I just feel like this has been something that's grown into something bigger than it should have. But you are always in their heart. And if this is a twin flame soulmate connection, this is a falling in love card. It does show in the future that there is this potential. I mean, it doesn't even have to be twin flame soulmate. It could be family members too, like just being in love, not in love as in romantic, but being in love with that person again. You know, it's like really loving them for who they are. Really opening up your heart to them and seeing all the good things, all the positives. All right, I'll choose one more. Yeah, this is definitely a true love right here, especially, as I said before, twin flame soulmate connections. No doubt about it, this is a true love situation. And as we know, with twin flames especially, there are a lot of triggers, a lot of ups and downs, a lot of things being mirrored and reflected back to one another that causes a lot of these issues, okay? But, you know, this is definitely true love right here. We've got so many amazing cards right here. You are always in my heart, falling in love, true love for the future as well. And also, it's just true love. It's true unconditional love between the two of you. Let's see what other guidance is coming through, please. Look, embracing the future. I step into the future with an open heart. This is very much about you, I believe, as well, because it's showing the door and it's showing that fresh path that we were talking about before with the Ace of Abundance right here. You're moving into your future regardless of what this person does. You're going to move into your happiness. And it looks to me that when you do that, it can help shift the energy with what's going on with them as well. If we see before when yours was saying, surrender the drama, if you're able to remove yourself from that now and not engage, then this person's going to feel that shift in energy, like whether you're in connection or contact or not, they're going to feel it anyway. And they're going to see for themselves that you're moving forward and you're not going to... There's certain things you won't put up with. There's certain boundaries you will put up now. And it's not going to affect how you move forward into your future. You've got this beautiful new pathway, a step forward into your life now. This is awesome. And yeah, another thing coming up with this is that you're going to be learning, if you haven't already, I feel like some of you have already, but a lot of you are coming into this strong power, this self-empowerment. It's like assertiveness now. It's like not putting up with bullshit, not being treated a certain way, you know, and telling them as well, I'm not dealing with this anymore. How amazing. See, receiving from the angels, this energy is coming through. Shimmering wings of angels embrace me with love. This is just damn bloody awesome and adorable. Oh my God. Look, help from above, divine intervention coming in. And this is for both of you, receiving the love and healing from the higher powers. The angels are coming in. They are helping the situation, but even yourselves individually. So the healing is occurring. All right, let's just pick one more card. I've got the fortune reading cards here. We're going to end with the positive here, okay, guys? So let's end with the positive. What's happening with your person? What's happening with them? What's going to happen for them? What's the outcome, basically? The temporary outcome for this situation. Patience. Slow down, change your attitude and clear your mind. This is what's going to happen. They've been asked to surrender to non-action. They've got to really go within and not lash out and not do all these, not take, even sitting there and being like ghosting someone is an action. You know, I feel like because the intention is to do something to the other person. So what I feel is that they're going to go into this patience, like they have no choice but to slow down, change their attitude and clear their mind, especially when you release them to their highest good. Even envision them in a beautiful white light of protection. Just send them light, send them love, send them light, and just get on with yourself, your path, your love, your life. This person's got no choice but to be patient with themselves anyway, because this is an issue that is from a childhood thing here, I feel. It's a karmic thing for them, and they need to heal. And it's not just going to be you that they're treating like this. They will also, it doesn't matter if it was with you or someone else very close to them that they'll have an issue with. They might even have issues with other people. Similar kind of stuff. They might even treat them the same because it's ingrained in them. It's a pattern right now. So they're being patient, or they're going to be patient with their journey, being forced almost by the universe to slow down and take a look at their life. If they're not careful, they could actually have some real big health issues come up for them, because with stress and holding on to so much negativity, it can actually express itself through the physical body. So this is why I feel divine interventions coming through. And this person needs a damn good cry. This person needs their shell, their hard shell to be cracked. You know, they need to allow the light in. Let's see what's happening for you. What's your temporary outcome? Okay. Wow. Okay, so we got proposal. Okay, so it says a romantic or business opportunity is indicated. Now, we did see the firm, what was it? The foundation card. We saw foundation, we saw the achievements. I'm just trying to find this card right here. Where is it? This one right here, foundation and achievements, the happy family, that kind of thing. Celebration, it could literally be that you are moving on, right? This was before it. You could be moving on and finding this foundation and achievement within another partnership, another focus on different family members. If it's a family member issue, might be just working on projects, helping this family home to be strong, or whatever it is. There's something you're moving forward to that's going to be towards a happier outcome for you regarding your relationships, in all relationships around you. Could be romantic. Might be that some of you are choosing to if this is a twin flame soulmate connection thing we're talking about here, it might be that you feel you've got no choice but to move on with someone else eventually. That might be a path you're going into, because it looks like this is it here too. But then again, I also see for a lot of you, this is your business path. We did see the Ace of Abundance before. I know I brought it out before. We saw the Ace of Abundance about you moving into a new path, and this was money, career related, Just trying to find it. I can't find it. You know the one where you were on that path, whether it was receiving money or good advice and all those things. This is awesome. This is showing me that you're going to be committed to a path that is for your, your future abundance, your growth, your healing, happiness, everything. You're going to be, there it is, Ace of Abundance, embracing the future. It's amazing. There could be contracts that you're signing. Could be a new job offer or proposal or a self-employment opportunity. But this is amazing. Like, it just looks to me like you're going to be fine through this. And if this situation, if it's going to heal, I feel like you guys love each other no matter what. But it's really up to the other person as well to do their own healing. I don't feel it could ever really work as such, or that you could be as close as you were, until this person brings down those walls and is able to soften and heal. That's what I see from this. So I just want to pull out one more card. I know I've done this already, but I do just want to pull out one more card for you guys. Where is it? Let's have a look. If they could say something right now, because we are seeing to say what you mean, if they could say what they really mean, I'm talking from the heart chakra, what would they actually say to you right now? Yeah. At the moment, seeing you triggers past pain within me. So when they're in your space, or if they're seeing a photograph of you, or online, on social media, wherever it is, there's past pain coming up within them. For some reason, you're triggering things within them right now. So it's probably meant to be that you do move on, that you are backing away from this and focusing on your own abundance, your own career path, your own life, everything right now. And it's not that you're abandoning this person, but you're abandoning this negativity. You're allowing them space to heal and grow. Yeah. Okay. Write down your feelings. This is something that they would, it's like their higher self talking here. That, the best thing for you to do is to write down your feelings when you're in a softer place within yourself, when you're in a, not so much angry, lashing out type of energy, but when you're able to write down your true feelings around the situation. Sometimes letters are the best form of contact and communication. Sometimes people just cannot sit down together and resolve, I should say, and discuss anything together, or even dissolve the issue, the negativity. They just can't do that when they're in the same space. Or if they're talking on the phone, like they just talk over each other, or there's arguments, or they won't listen. But when there's a letter or an email, and if it's not like lashing out but being assertive, then that can sometimes help the situation as well, and can clear and resolve those misunderstandings. And even if you're doing this in your own journal, like to get stuff off your chest, that's always helpful as well. And I feel like this can also help this other person to write down their own feelings if they're unable to express it and say what they mean verbally. So I really hope that's helped you guys and given you some clarity or relief or anything around the connection. I hope it's given you some insight. And I look forward to connecting with you next time. Love and blessings.